of a mental game that was the issue, and it seems like they found their composure.
Yep, and now coming into the drafting phase, the true test is whether or not Vamos has not broken underneath the pressure. This, again, home crowd, home soil as well. They've got the supporters by them, but pushed against match point, a single mistake is all it could take for them to get eliminated here today.
This is going to be very important, folks, because now we're in the drafting phase. Team Spirit banning out the Suyo as well as the Jushin. Vamos banning out the Fania as well as the Glue. Now the last ban is on Vamos here. They ban out the Bruno twice now.
And Vamos is red side again.
Blue side. Vamos is blue side.
Oh, blue side again.
I mean, like, to be fair, I'm colorblind, so you could be right.
No, you're right. Vamos is blue side again, which means every single game so far, they have had first pick priority. Do they ban out the Bruno here? Do they go for something like that Joy from Sunset Lover?
Because it looks like this side is blue.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Vamos is going to be first pick, and Team Spirit is going to be second pick. But they ban out the Joy and leave out the Bruno. The real question is whether or not they're going to first pick it this time around, because if they don't, we know for a fact that Hiko more than happy to pick it up.
I mean, like, to be fair, Hiko has not picked it up so far. And Hiko, on an interview, he did say if he gets the Bruno, it's over. He hasn't shown it just yet. But on an interview, he did say, like, don't give him the Bruno.
Most people don't give him the Bruno, unfortunately.
Well, you can get the best of both worlds, right? I mean, you banned out the Joy, and you still can get the Bruno because you have first pick. So that should definitely be the move from Vamos, but we know it's not a Nets specialty.
I'm just hoping. We're hoping and praying that Nets is going to be able to first pick it this time, unless Team Spirit decides not to and bans it out here and really breaks open the draft.
At night,
your team
everlasting.
Sicilian. Oh, very clever draft here. So we've seen just Sicilian Valentina. I'm not counting those tanks. I don't care what you say.
Yep.
I'm not counting those tanks for the Warlord hero pool here. Unless Warlord has something crazy as well, like a Xavier or whatever. But the Bruno has been picked up. Nets wasn't able to get the W in game number 1. Although, to be fair, it was against the Joy. The Joy really did take him down very, very fast.
Yeah, it chunked him really hard, but they are giving Hilda this time over to the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, now we have behind the IGN for Sao. Sao actually means sapodilla or chiku, a tropical fruit in Bahasa Indonesia. Pretty sure it's Bahasa Malaysia as well, but oh well. Chiku. Sao means chiku?
No.
Sao
really?
Sao means chiku.
Huh. I wasn't expecting
For
it.
the ultimate answer.
It doesn't have as nice of a ring to it, but I get where it's coming from. That's actually really interesting. I would have never expected it, especially for someone with his level of veterancy. But as expected, the Hilda comes out, and they're going to be pairing it up with the Matilda.
Okay, so here's the thing. Hayabusa against the Matilda, not so well. Alpha maybe though, right? Because you can stay in the fight for a little bit longer, where the Hayabusa is like skill-based heroes that has very long cooldowns don't do well against Matilda.
Agreed. There's two ways of taking it. It's either you take the alpha, or maybe even consider like picking up the Suyo once again to kind of fulfill
Suyo
that
ban.
flexibility. But I mean, you're kind of forced in that position, and hopefully, I would imagine that Vamos, and yes, Suyo is banned. If they do decide to go for the alpha, there are still other picks that they can go for. Something a little bit more passive. I would say even a Bane does pretty decently into this matchup as well to sustain and even disengage.
Even the Fredrin can technically walk here. They're going to go in for that show. Oh, the Hayabusa picked up yet again. Not too worried about this Hilda.
I mean, Hilda and Matilda, there's two ways to shut down the Hayabusa. So Vamos has to play this very, very cleanly. And it's to the point where I feel like Chibi just has to play the side lane. They got to give Warlord some kind of damage dealer, which maybe Team Spirit saw through, and that's why they banned out the Sicilian.
This is going to be
the
challenging.
Side lanes.
Meaning like just split push, you know?
If they are going to try and split push here, I feel like they need to break the composition, right? It's all about timings, and I think more so it's priority. Can they shove out these lanes a lot faster than their opponents? With the Hilda, you basically got a winning matchup. So the real question is whether or not EXP, smooth side, can he find something that can actually match up against the Hilda? And as expected, Beatrix is going to get locked in for the side TS, so now they can force out the gold easily. Single ult clears the way if they move out from there.
And now Team Spirit just bends out the Hive, and then what else does Nets have?
They're going to have to dig deep, really, really deep on this one. We could expect, we could expect something along the lines of...
Carry?
No, I mean, they've already locked in the Bruno for their side anyways.
What am I thinking about? Oh, sorry.
No worries. We all get one. We all get one. But at this point, the mid lane is just so valuable right now. They could play for a traditional teamfight composition, but now with the Beatrix, it doesn't seem likely. EXP needs a winning matchup, but the Hilda's already there. It's not checkmate just yet, but I feel like Vamos, at this point, getting a Yve might just be the way to go.
Yeah, and maybe Hylos could be a pickup for the side of Vamos. Just considering the Cho, I mean, again, with the G Kondo, it's great for setup, but they may need a little bit more in their arsenal to go up against Team Spirit. You know what else they could pick up here? Technically, you could go in for the Fairness in the situation. You can throw an element of sustainability on your side as well, and go with the Hylos to top that off. Could be a pretty solidified draft.
I was thinking about that, but then the only and the counterplay would just be picking up Valentina on your side. At the very least, you're able to kind of punish melee heroes coming into that range while still having the Netherrealm ready to go once stolen. It forces an interesting playstyle, but I feel like Vamos, they got to double down. They've already locked in the Cho. It's single target lockdown. It's all about controlling those waves and making sure that they can visibly see where Team Spirit's motions across the map are going to look like.
There we go. CC banned off the board for Team Spirit. This is definitely due to that Hilda, right? They don't want to have the easiest way to match that mobility to go up against it and get to the backline with some great pills. So now we got to look at the mid lane matchups, right? Sunset Lover, he's been on fire with the Joy, and this time around, it's taken off the board. What does he run now? Because if he goes in for something like the Eve, there's a lot of answers from Vamos to shut that down.
Yeah, they can still pick up the Gatakacha and the EXP, and then the Valentina coming in from Warlord. Again, unsure if Warlord has a different hero up his sleeve, because against the Beatrix, you kind of need range. You're talking about Eve, Barsas, the likes.
Your team is picking.
And now the Fredrin gets banned as well. Pretty smart ban.
Yep. They want to make sure that they don't have the lockdown, right? What Beatrix really needs right now is a setup for her to land very easy ult. Then you have quick bursts, two synergies, and fights and skirmishes that happen along the riverside.
Bane is still on the table.
That's what I'm thinking of as well. But it doesn't have that setup. You're expecting at that
Nolan
point.
is there.
Oh, that one's not bad as well.
Yeah. Nolan is up for grabs. We haven't seen too much of Nolan. If we dig in even deeper, something like that Kai could be a very cheesy pick. But yeah, I'm thinking of Nolan. Bane is a good shout out as well. They can delay it for a little bit and just pick up their mid laner. But again, I would say mid lane is kind of good to keep it a secret for now.
Your team is
Never mind, they pick up the Valentina. So not giving it over to Warlord. So now it's on Warlord's hand. Whatever mage she picks up, undoubtedly will give a very good ult towards Sunset Lover.
I'm curious why they want it, because again, I feel like Valentina, super safe here. It could have gone to either one of these teams, but at the very least, it's an admittance of we want to hide our jungler first. And the question is, why exactly do you want to hide your jungler? You already know the alpha is pretty much gone. You've banned out the Suyo on your side, so we don't have the fighter-style traditional junglers as we usually expect to. Does that mean that you're going to have to play an assassin on your side of the map and look to kind of split up formations, or more of a setup, which could have been the Akai for all we know?
It's a mind game for Team Spirit right now in the draft up against Vamos. I feel like this is a little bit of a repetitive pattern we've been seeing all day. You are going to see the Khalid picked up, though, for Vamos, and the Vexana to top that off to finalize their draft. And now one more pick for Team Spirit. What do we think it's going to be, right? We have the mid lane matchup. We have the marksman as well, but we have yet to see the jungler in effect. They take out the Alpha. They take out the Fredrin. LaFell talked about some cheese picks. He talked about the Akai possibly rising to the occasion. We mentioned maybe
Nolan.
even a Bane or a Nolan to sneak into the scene to finalize this draft. But Vamos has put him in a tricky situation on limiting the pool.
I mean, they need some kind of dive, because that's what they had with the Joy going up against the Bruno. So it looks like it is going to be the Bane. Yeah, like we talked about it, the Bane does get picked up here. So now Vamos going up against Team Spirit. Again, just to remind everyone, if Team Spirit wins this one, that's it. That's over. Vamos gets eliminated. Thank you very much to both our panelists. And now we're throwing it over to our casters, where potentially this might be the final game of this match.
Our panels Lists have mentioned it. This is potentially the last game of this series. Welcome to Caster's Desk. It's still Brigitte and Mirko bringing you the action. And this sounds like a more holistic approach to drafting from both of the coaches. But still, there are a lot of hero synergies that we have to watch out for. Mathilda Pain, Mathilda Hilda. But Vamos, they have equally the same amount of reach and potential to surprise Team Spirit.
They got a lot of combos too. The Cho should be a way, at least for the first turtle, to lock the Bane down. But later on, it comes down to how One Shot utilizes the Deadly Catch. Because you can cancel Jeet Kune Do when you use the Deadly Catch. It comes down to timing.
Yep.
And again, elimination match.
Yes. A lot is at stake, especially for Team Vamos, as they're definitely looking to extend this series. Fighting in their home ground, they definitely would want to proceed in the lower bracket. But will Team Spirit let that happen? One thing I would definitely want to talk about, as mentioned by our analyst, is wait, Zorn?
An early steal from Zorn!
He didn't even let me finish my sentence!
That's the... I would say that's why a lot of jungles don't go for the retreat early, right? But One Shot went for it, wants to go for the fast clear. In the end, it backfired by a lot. Zorn claiming first orange.
So far, a really great start, aside from the fact that even Smooth is able to cut his lane immediately. So Team Vamos, they're playing the early game really well. Man. One shot, oh no!
First orange buff and first blood to Team Vamos. And now Team Spirit, they're in a bit of a pickle. Zorn wants to continue this. Bomba walking forward against 3 members. That's the guiding win to get him to safety. But Chibi's already level 4. 2 whole levels ahead. Whoa, Bomba dealing a lot of damage now. The Revitalize as well. Shadow kill in towards the camps. Bomba surviving the curse blast, not connecting. Smooth. Unable to get the kill to Terrify as well. What? Sawo gets the kill back on Chibi.
I think...
Oh! One shot with the bounce.
Kid Bomba was okay with that. I mean, they went in for the skirmish right inside the bushes, and we know how the passive works. And even towards the bottom lane nets, it seems like he's having a great time up against Hiko. But after that moment, Team Vamos, it seems like their momentum was suddenly halted. They're not as aggressive anymore. Team Spirit, you can't afford to make those mistakes. The panelists have mentioned it earlier. Such expensive mistakes, Team Spirit, they punish it really well.
Oh my goodness. One shot, still not level 4. Chibi level 5, so at least it should still be an advantage to Vamos. Zorn getting chased out by 3 members. Raging Sandstorm from Sunset Lover 2. A bit of an over-chase situation for sure there. Zorn definitely happy with that. Raging Sandstorm coming down now. Deadly catch as well. One shot taken down. Sawo very low. Chibi! Quad Shadow and the Shurikens. Bomba on Smooth. Just needs a few more hits. That's a great quick sand guard to get him back to safety with Warlord disengaging for them. So in the end, it's still Vamos who get the turtle and survive with that 1.5k gold lead.
And I mean, that's exactly the reason why we said timings are definitely important here for Team Spirit, right? That was the deadly catch. Oh, the Render's Apathy misses, but then again, that was the deadly catch, which was casted a little bit too early. So Team Vamos, they're just able to go in with the aggression once again, but there's the Way of the Dragon used onto Sawo. So now Team Spirit, it feels like they have to watch out for One Shot. It seems like they have to accompany him in order for him to successfully be able to take his very own objectives, in order for him to farm. Because they're not stopping with the pressure. The mere fact that Smooth has this much of an advantage compared to Kid Bomba in the XP lane, we're seeing a lot of rotations, a lot of perhaps even double lanes, and you want that to happen to Team Spirit, but Sawo, he gets spotted out!
Great combo, Raging Sandstorm, Terrify, Eternal Guard, Zorn Jeet Kune Do, and that's a double for Chibi. A great start for Vamos, despite a few mishaps there, back and forth. One shot will only get 2 hits on the turret.
And I like how they're really trying to pick up the pace, right? They're trying to be really fast in terms of rotations. Team Spirit, you would expect with the amount of mobility that they also have, with also Hiko and the composition of their lineup, that Hiko would want to rotate out of his lane a lot more often, just focus on clearing the waves, not entirely picking up a fight against Nets, and potentially even going for the double lanes. But since Nets is also handling the laning pretty well, and Team Vamos, they're really going for the evade, similar to this.
Whoa, Terrified Deadly Catch! One shot gets the shutdown again! It's all about the deadly catch timing. And that one was perfect. Bomba walking up the Terrified to disengage. Turtle number 2 has spawned in the game, and Chibi is down.
Yeah, he won't be there. So Team Spirit, they want to get this turtle for themselves. Kid Bomba zoning 3 members, but will they still go in? They don't have the retribution.
Bomba's cool with taking all that damage. Bomba wants to walk back in. Gets the guiding win as one shot takes the neutral objective, and we are back to almost dead center. Equal game.
Yes, Hiko's able to breathe too. He's able to attempt to go for the double lanes. He wasn't for like the past 5 minutes. He was just restricted in his own lane, even under the turret even, because like there's just so much rotation, so much pressure coming in from Team Vamos. But that's also one of the advantages we're seeing. That one shot still goes for the engage with 3-man knock-up!
Great kick into the Cursed Blast. Nets takes that kill away. And Vamos are now trying to grasp onto that lead. They want to hold it for as long as possible. But that big lead that Chibi had over to One Shot is no longer present, right? One Shot is also level 9. That's a good shot from Hiko too. Nets, though, is doing a very good job right now on the Bruno up against this Beatrix. Zorn, he needs to be on point with his picks.
Every single mistake, a wrong targeting on the way of the Dragon, and especially if it's not well coordinated with the other members of Team Vamos, Team Spirit, they have a lot of ways to punish that. Aside from the deadly catch, once it's timed really, really well, there's the Terrify and the AoE ultimates coming in from Hiko. But we'll see how this goes. Because Team Vamos, they're starting to group up a lot more often. Checking out the items, there's not much of a difference in terms of the lane-to-lane matchup. But oh wait!
Oh, he bet its rage! It's actually going to be turned around. Kid Bomba taken down though. Smooth, able to chop enough damage. Sunset Lover goes over to Terrified. Chibi! The assassin coming in the end to assassinate Sunset Lover. That's a 2-for-1 as the Bane gets a turret up top, but it is traded by Vamos in the bottom lane by Nets, who is still free farming.
Team Spirit, they have to be careful with this. I mean, I think they're sort of willing to accept all the pressure and all those kills that Team Vamos are getting off them, since One Shot, he's really consistent in looking for the trades. He's just trying to always make sure that at least the opposite lanes are shoved and at least a turret is taken down for Team Spirit. But then if they get more and more kills such as this, oh no!
Raging Sandstorm into One Shot, now deadly catch by its rage! Hiko getting the combo down, Smooth very low, still has a quick sand guard, no CC available, Eternal Guard not connecting though. Smooth running away, Sunset Level with a chase, Smooth should fall, unless, no, he will be taken down. Vamos will be happy with the neutral objective trade with One Shot and Smooth.
Smooth and Sword, I'd say they're really doing a great job.
Amazing.
At buying time, distracting Team Spirit, and preventing them from just keeping their head in the game and focusing on the trades that will not allow the lead to grow that big between them and Team Vamos. Each and every time Team Spirit chase after the members of Team Vamos, it's always either a neutral objective or a turret, as we're seeing right now. So Team Spirit, they're starting to feel that they're really behind. 2K goal lead for Team Vamos. And imagine, Chibi doesn't even have his hands on the Sky Piercer just yet. They're just really this much ahead and focusing on the damage.
My question is, does Chibi even want to go Sky Piercer this game? We saw how volatile both these teams can play just last game, and Chibi had a Sky Piercer. He had a lot of stacks on that Sky Piercer, and when he died, when he got shut down, he had to sell it. That became a very useless item towards the late game. So I think for Chibi, it's safer to go for normal items, right? Just go for the Elphic Roar, Hunter Strike, maybe a BOD as well. Zorn has a great position, but gets spotted out in the bush. It's a Pixel Brush now. Hayabusa up top, Chibi still just farming. And based on the items that I'm seeing, yeah, Chibi is not going for Sky Piercer.
Yeah, he's not. They're just going for sheer aggression here and damage. Both Chibi and Nets are doing really well. Nets hasn't even been picked off by Team Spirit just yet. Not to say that they have the pickup capabilities, but oh, the way of the Dragon, there you go!
Raging Sandstorm though, only connecting on towards Mr. Bomba. Raging Sandstorm from Sunset Lover! And Hiko gets the Nibiru's Passion. Bomba still surviving. Oh, Sawo with the save. Wow, Warlord down. They want to go for the chase, it seems. Hiko, no flicker, has to be careful. Team Spirit, they got that fight turned around.
Yeah, clutch flask of the Oasis. Sawo even using the flicker to ensure that Kid Bomba is within range. So now it seems like they will be accompanying each other a lot more often, trying to make use of the range of their capabilities to take some objectives away from Team Vamos, but they have to be wary of Zorn. Zorn's been on point on his targeting in terms of the way of the Dragon, but oh, there's the Bennett Rage already used!
Red Tree for one shot, the deadly catch catches on the Chibi. What happened to Smooth? Evaporated. Eternal Guard connecting on a Bomba. It will be a kill over. Smooth for Bomba, but Spirit get the Lord. Sunset Lover always just scheming in these bushes.
Yeah, and it seems like this is the way to play around this Bane lineup that Team Spirit has, right? If you just overextend a little bit, they definitely have the tools to be able to answer back. Now they have the Lord in their hands. They will try to gain a bit more access towards Team Vamos map, and the Flicker is still in cooldown for Zorn, so they could potentially be a little bit more aggressive this time around. One thing to note, if you let Hiko and One Shot within range of a turret, they will definitely seek to take it down.
What turret, right?
Which turret?
That's what Spirit will be asking every single time if they have the way, or wave rather, to siege in. They'll just be like, turret, what turret? It's gone, that's a minion to us. Even without minions, maybe, there you go.
Oh my god.
Turret tier 1 in the mid lane falling down as well. Team Spirit, they have match point. Lafelt spoke about this. There's no room for error for Team Vamos.
Yeah.
This is an elimination match.
This is. And Zorn, it seems like he still wants to look for the targets. They have a lot of information, but Team Spirit, they're all grouped up. So who would you want to target in this kind of situation? They don't want to let anyone behind. They don't want to let Hiko become an easy target anymore. And Kinbomba, he's just going for it. Poking Zorn down really low. They have another wave in the bottom lane. And there's just one inner turret left for Team Vamos at this point.
The siege composition is ridiculous. So much poke from Hiko in one shot. Oh, Wind of Nature from Spirit. So the big problem, I would say, for Vamos now, another big problem to add onto the list, is the fact that there's a Wind of Nature for Hiko.
Yeah.
Most of the members, if not all the members from Vamos who can dive to threaten Hiko are all physical damage. Nets, Chibi, Smooth. It'll come down to Warlord to get the last hit, and on Vexana, that's tough.
Yep. And this is the type of gameplay that Hiko introduced to us even. The first time they were able to respond to the Bruno and the Siege comp, Team Spirit were just able to play so naturally with the Beatrix. Picking up an immediate Malefic gun, and that's the Eternal Guard gone for Team Vamos. They know it too. 26 seconds before the next Lord, but prior to that, it seems like they want to go for a play. They're scouting for Chibi, but does Chibi know this?
I don't know. They don't see anyone on the map, and they do see Hiko down below, so it should be a sign. Nets picks up the Wind of Nature as well, so he will have similar amounts of outplay ability to Hiko. That's a great sign for Vamos. Signs of life, I would say, in this match point position for Team Spirit. 1.7k gold lead in the mid game. Comes down to a big fight.
Yep, Zorn is looking for a target here. He's waiting, but they will be able to spot him down. Oh, they use the Circling Eagle first onto Zorn, and they spot JB too.
Eternal Guard unable to connect. Smooth trying to go for the flank there, and Team Spirit are just playing it so well with the bottom lane slow pushing. Team Spirit will just take their time on this Lord.
Yeah, Smooth trying to look for an angle too. But Team Spirit, they know it. Oh, that's a three-man knock once again!
He gets Hiko. The deadly catch comes down. It's a Wind of Nature. Hiko still able to kite away. Smooth gonna be locked down. Chibi gets the retribution, but two members have fallen. Sunset with a chase. Nets with a worldie. That's the bounce of the Crab Claw cannon. Nets sliding tackle. Hiko with the dash forward. Nets able to escape the guiding wind. Gets him closer, and Nets escapes. Now, it's the Lord that will be dealt with by Team Spirit. They will be able to clear this Lord super quick. With two members down, can they get more?
He doesn't even walk past the tier 2 turret. That's just how quick Team Spirit are able to deal with it. And they are looking to get even this sole remaining inner turret for Team Vamos. Oh, our Wilderness misses. But they take out almost all turrets away from Team Vamos.
This is a problem now. That was almost perfect for Vamos. They got the kick on Hiko yet, but it still did not get a kill. They didn't get Hiko. So what does it take to take Hiko down? They just have too much peel. The deadly catch, the Valentina Terrify, the Mathilda.
Yep.
Look at this.
Yep, Nets was focusing on Hiko the entire time, but the heal was there, even Wind of Nature. And they were able to just punish the members who were trying to go in for the backlines, namely Zorn and Smooth. if Team Vamos were just a little bit closer, if they tried to go for the more committed follow-up, that could have been a wipeout too for Team Spirit.
Definitely.
So it's nice to see that Team Vamos, they're being very cautious with their positionings as well. Knowing that Team Spirit is one of the teams you have to watch out for in terms of the team fighting. So one unsuccessful play, it seems like the immediate call is to back off, especially if you know that you are at a disadvantage. But speaking of a disadvantage, it is smooth. Oh!
Doesn't get clipped by the Bennett's Rage. Sawa will get that circling eagle. Hayabusa spotted up top. Team Spirit will just set up for a slow push towards Vamos.
They're the ones who want to pressure the lanes for Team Spirit this time around. Because Team Spirit, at the very least, you need someone to always be with Hiko. Zorn is always on the lookout for Hiko. Like, he is the prime target here for Team Vamos. So they definitely wouldn't want him to be isolated. And it's good for them that not once has Hiko been taken down. He also has the Rose Gold Meteor alongside the Wind of Nature. So he's really focusing on survivability too. He wants to make sure that he doesn't fall because Hiko's role in this lineup is super important. Like, I know One Shot, he's also capable of just going in for the siege, but he's the one that they should have the least access to in terms of Team Vamos.
It's just really tough to go for the catch there, right? Most of the catch potential from Vamos, I mean, all of it almost, is on Zorn. The Raging Sandstorm has been very easy to dodge, at least for Team Spirit.
Yep.
I don't know, I guess they need to try to like go in together, right? They need to try to bait in some of these flickers out, because if they still have flicker plus that Mathilda guiding wind, it's just so tough to go for One Shot, to go for Beatrix even. And man, I guess for Vamos, the advantage that they have is not a team fight in a 5v5, but it's on in the side lanes. CS though, they don't care. They're gonna go and try to blitz it.
Nah, they really want to go for the team fights. Oh, Zorn will he be bursted down?
Smooth. Oh, Raging Sandstorm. Oh, flickers out that. Oh my crap, Claw Cannon! Oh my god, that was almost a one-shot by One Shot.
That wasn't even a full-on team fight by two of these teams, but the amount of poke, the amount of burst damage, it's enough to zone Team Vamos away from the Lord, and it seems like they won't gain any access towards it. Team Spirit, that was a clean take on the Lord.
That was beautiful, a phenomenal take for Team Spirit, and now all questions are back to Vamos. Can they defend? It's a Vexana, it's a Bruno. They do have ways to deal with the waves, but then you look at this composition from Spirit. They got a Beatrix and a Bane. We were talking about the siege potential. They could use a Deadly Catch to try to get the turret, but if they do, that's a wasted resource in the team fight.
Yes.
Vamos, their big condition, I would say, is to bait out the Deadly Catch and then go for the pickoff.
Yep, and Team Spirit, they will be waiting for that Lord. This isn't the Evolved Lord just yet. We are still 17 minutes into the game, but this is still approaching the 18-minute mark. We know the death timers are deadly for both of these teams, whoever will fall. And now they will gain access towards the base of Team Vamos. Could this be it for Team Spirit?
Smooth goes to the Raging Sandstorm. The Ben's Rage to zone him away. The Deadly Catch has been used up. Zorn, this is an angle to attack. Bomba, Smooth loses the immortality. Bomba's on the turret right now. Smooth is down! The Lord taken down, dealt with the Terrify and the Wishing Lantern. Over to Hiko. Nets gets the Rose Gold. One last attempt.
Oh my gosh, they're spamming the recalls. Team Vamos, is this it for the hometown villains?
Zorn able to get in the way of the dragon, but he gets the kick back towards the team. Hiko with a nature. Nets gotten down, but the Mirror's Passion still able to slide tackle forward. Hiko gets caught by the Eternal Guard. Nets is fighting for dear life. Dashing in again. Hiko very low. Hiko going for it, but teammate shuts it down. And it will be a defense for Vamos. They stay alive at the M6 World Championship.
Warlord focusing down onto Hiko, reserving the Eternal Guard and showing us how it's done. Team Vamos, they prolong this game. And Team Spirit, we have to see what happened. Let's look in for that instant replay. They definitely wanted to go in for the siege. There was a switch up, going in for the Bennett even for Hiko here. But there was just such a well-timed Eternal Guard and that defense from Nets as well. And the follow-up from Chibi, that cleanup, that was immaculate for Team Vamos.
That was so well played. Nets, and Chibi Great ultimate by Warlord, like you said. If it wasn't for that Eternal Guard, I think Hiko would have actually gotten enough space to maybe not kill Nets, but maybe kill the base. He was locked in.
He was just so focused on it. We mentioned the switch up. So now Team Spirit, they'll have to back off once again. And we're probably waiting for the next objective, which is this time around, an Evolved Lord. So you'd want to accompany this if you were Team Spirit. That's where your strengths lie too. It's really in your siege potential. But for Team Vamos, would they want to just burst it down the same way? Because I feel like if you were Team Vamos in this situation, Hero is definitely one way to approach it. But it seems like it's been unsuccessful for them. You've mentioned the countless times the Way of the Dragon has even landed onto Hiko. But the follow-up seems to just be absent for Team Vamos. So how will they deal with this time around?
They're so grouped up, it hasn't even really been the follow. Oh no, Zorn! Able to dash out. Kid Bomba was walking forward, one shot. Raging Sandstorm onto two. No follow-up, Eternal Guard. Hiko's able to flicker out. Neberu's Passion Smooth flickers out as well. Now one shot, no immortality. Chibi with the Retribution saves the game once again!
And that was just consecutive layering of crowd control to ensure that one shot will not find his way to the Retribution, to securing the Lord for Team Vamos. Now they're able to breathe, and they get another chance at fighting back. Team Spirit, fortunately for them, they also have a lot of wave clear in their lineup. They have the Deadly Catch again, they have the Bennett's Rage, the Neberu's Passion. What will their plan be really to just wait for this Lord Siege up against Team Vamos? It seems like they're still looking for the members. It seems like they're still trying to scout them out.
Hey, TS gotta be careful here. If they make the wrong move, that's an Evolved Lord. Even one member left standing can end the game. Heck, even I think if both of them get wiped out, the Lord can end the game.
He can do it alone.
He can.
Honestly. So they will be a little bit more careful, but Sao and Kid Bomba still trying to get some information.
Okay.
It's Guiding Wind. Okay, so they will try to head back. They need to be safe in terms of positioning this time around. Team Vamos, they're the ones who will potentially be a little bit more aggressive. Zorn as the Flicker even. So he can go in for a Flicker knock-up on the Jeet Kune Do or even a Way of the Dragon if he wants to. So Team Spirit, they have to be careful this time.
Flicker on Hiko, 26 seconds. That's the real resource that they want to try to, bait out here for Vamos. Oh, almost. Great Terrifying, great Disengage. Circling Eagle already baited out the mid lane. There's going to be another wave coming down. The tier 2 should fall as Vamos take their time to build up this Evolved Lord. I think it'll be a base turret take for Vamos.
Yep. Now they will eventually be the ones to pressure. That's the Conceal. Sword goes in, but he gets revealed. And still, they are able to take down the base turret. That's the Raging Sandstorm, which missed from Smooth. Will Team Spirit try to go for it? Because they'll just be focusing on defending the Lord for now. What a close fight. We're beyond 20 minutes in this game, so I think the statement, you cannot afford to make a mistake, matters all the more now that the death timers are probably taking more around 60 seconds if you fall in this particular situation.
Wow. One shot. Topping the damage dealt ranking here. 71,758. Did he build full damage? Not even. No, he has a brute force breastplate. That's just a crab claw cannon for you. This is why Leo loves the Bane so much. Zorn is going to be spotted out. So what's good about Vamos' turret take up top is the fact that they got the far lane, right? So at least the minion waves will not be slow pushing constantly towards Vamos. That will mean that Vamos can actually play with it. They also have the Hayabusa, so I would personally think that the Hayabusa will be staying up top for a while to try to threaten a split push.
Yep. And they'll have to deal with that. And for Team Spirit, who always wants to group up, that'll be a problem. But now that they find GB away, they seem like they want to go in for the fight!
Eternal Guard, Bomba's here able to actually dash away from it. The wave up top is still in equilibrium. No flicker on Warlord. Immortality both taken down. In the back is a shadow kill over. Chibi's still able to survive. Warlord is down. Hiko getting them down slowly but surely. Revitalized. Chibi, can he run away? He buys the immortality. Hiko has the flicker. That's a conceal defensively. Warlord is down. What is the decision by Spirit?
Team Spirit might just want to go for the Lord, but Smooth is there as well. He's not letting them out of sight, but Sunset Lover knows that that is the plan for Team Vamos. Will they go for the burst down? Chibi is still here. He also has the Retribution, but Kid Bomba, he says, let's go for Smooth!
Chibi in the back with a shadow kill again. Zorn jumping in, Raging Sandstorm. Eagle places the Wind of Nature perfectly. Zorn is down. Now another to add onto the death tally. Team Spirit on the Evolved Lord. 24 minutes in. They should be able to take this. And Vamos, there's just one question again that we've been asking the entire game. Can they defend?
Nets hasn't fallen not once in this entire game. And they have to repeat it once more for this upcoming defense. Warlord has already returned to the game, but Sword is not here to add on to the pressure of Team Spirit, to make them very cautious of their positioning. And there goes the Circling Eagle once again onto Warlord and the Bennett's Rage, but they're able to dodge it either way. But there's still the Evolved Lord marching in the mid lane.
This might be premature abilities to be using very early in this siege, but we will see. Evolved Lord in the mid lane. Massive one, Eternal Guard catches Warlord. Raging Sandstorm with the flicker. Hiko still in the back, hiding away. Chibi will try to go for it. Team Spirit will bid adios.